we're done with the supers. Pittsburgh
Okay.
Toddy 86 brings us up. I don't know if you wanted
I do want to
to
talk
address
about
this
yeah,
now.
I
He
did want
says
to. Let's do
Bud
it.
signed with the Falcons. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happened. When was that? Friday?
Yeah, it was Friday, man. 1 year, $5 million. A couple of things at play here. I love it for Bud, and I hate it at the same time. I love it for him, number one, because he's from Atlanta. That's where his home is. That's where his kids at, man. Like, he a Georgia boy. You know what I mean? So
He actually went home.
Yeah.
We were saying come home,
Like,
Bud,
he went
because we
home.
drafted
Yeah.
him, but that's where he's
So
from.
like, I love that for Bud, man. I know he loves his city, man. He always does a ton in terms of his First 48 charity and stuff like that, man. Does a ton of stuff in the community down there. So for him, being able to play down there is only going to make that even bigger and better. So big time salute to him for that. And then in terms of the opportunity, in terms of the guys on his team, the best pass rusher they had was Lorenzo Carter, who had 5.5 sacks. And Lorenzo Carter is a good player. I think he's really complete, fundamentally sound, but he's more of a run stopper to me than a pass rusher. And after that, it's a big drop off in terms of next best available in terms of productivity. So for Bud, he's going to have a legitimate opportunity to play a ton of snaps, way better role than here in Pittsburgh, where you're confined essentially to that third linebacker spot. He's going to get a chance to not just start, but play big time snaps there and get a chance to really be the guy. So I do like that for him. I hate it at the same time because I think just in Atlanta, it's a little bit different team standpoint right now. They're kind of in a little bit of a transition. What's your quarterback scenario going to look like? Are you still going to stick with Ritter, or are y'all drafting something different? You know what I mean? What does your defense look like? Are y'all going to actually be good, or are you just going to be playing a ton of snaps on a terrible defense getting your head beat in? Those are some of the concepts.
Ton in free agency,
yeah.
but we all know that's no slam
Right.
dunk.
And they've done that before, so that's some of the stuff that he's really going to have to endure. Whereas if he would have came to Pittsburgh, our situation is just a lot more optimistic. We're in a better place in terms of stability top down, and he would be coming into a role where we know, yes, you're capped in terms of how much productivity or how big your role could be, because we know Highsmith and TJ are going to get theirs, but you would be coming into a role where whenever you were on the field, you were going to get a chance to just roam. You're not going to have to be all eyes on you. You got eyes on around you. So just when you're playing on it's almost like playing on an all-star team versus
even
being
though
the
he
man
probably would have
there.
got less snaps here than with the Falcons.
Yep.
It could have worked.
Yeah.
They could have been more quality snaps.
Correct. Yeah. Would you rather be Andrew Wiggins with the Golden State Warriors, or would you rather be Andrew Wiggins in Minnesota? Andrew Wiggins in Minnesota was the guy, and he would play hard and put up numbers, but was Andrew Wiggins making any real noise in Minnesota? No. Was Andrew Wiggins viewed as a
or
really,
how about Kevin Love with the T-Bulls?
He's another one,
Kevin
absolutely.
Love versus to the Cavs,
yeah,
and
it's
winning
night and
championships.
day, man. It's night and day. So to me, that's the thing with Bud that I'm just like, man, yes, you're going to get a better opportunity for you to elevate, for you to get your numbers and, reboost your market. But I just think team-wise, man, you would have had way more fun, way more winning, way more impact and significant moments here than there. But we also have to understand the context of the money. We know it was a 1 year for $5. The rumors were that they were offering multi-year, but less in terms of the per year.
Steelers were offering
right.
too. Yeah.
So it's like, I get that. If you feel like $5 is already a slap to you because what you're coming from, you don't want to lock yourself into a multi-year that's going to be less per year than that number. So you take a little bit more bet on yourself approach, risk versus reward. And it just so happens that you're doing it at a spot where you're at the crib. So it's like, it's a lot of things with that. Like I said, I like it and I hate it. When I hit him up afterwards, I'm like, bro, I'm happy for you, but and he's like, I get it, bro. It's all love. It's like, yo, it's good. It's fine, bro. You're going to still eat. But that's just, it's like, man, I wanted you here. But I get it,
That would have been
man.
sick.
I get it, though, man.
I wonder why we just couldn't offer him a 1. Did we want like a certain level of investment from him?
No, I just think it's more so when you're talking a 1 year deal, do you want to pay Bud $5 million to back up 14.5 sacks from Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt, the defensive player of the year from a year ago or from 2 years ago, And it's like, do I think I need to pay $5 million on a backup for 1 year, or would I rather find something I could pay 2.5 to or $3 million to, or just draft something? I think that's the conversation. Whereas for
that 5's not base though, right? That's up with the incentives.
I thought it was
up
with
to
incentives, yeah. And we don't do the heavy incentives also.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna
just
say,
think,
why couldn't we just done 2.5 or 3, and then maybe
Right.
incentives at the 5? Because if he would have hit the incentives,
then
he would
it's
have
a
been
great
balling out.
situation, yeah. But we typically don't do incentives. Typically we don't.
Yeah,
And for him, if it is, okay, your base is 3.2 or whatever his base is, but you got the chance to get 5 if I go out there and get 10 sacks. Man, I'd rather go there than stay here and just have a 1 for 3.2, and I'm the third rusher, and there's nothing incentivizing me to get 10 outside of I'm going to be hitting the market again next year. So it's the business part of it. We're in that situation because Alex Highsmith stepped up. If Highsmith doesn't step up, maybe we are willing to offer that type of money.
Right.
But because of Highsmith playing as well as he did, it's hard to justify the need to pay $5 million for Bud when I already got 2 of my guys and I can draft something in the 3rd round that can probably give me around the productivity that we're going to get from Bud on paper right now. But we just know with Bud, he had the higher ceiling. He had that chance to really go out there and do something crazy for us. But I just think that's the business element of it, though.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It is, man. It is.
It's a bummer. It's not the end of the world, but this is one I would have liked to see get done.
Yeah, without a doubt, man.
We couldn't throw in some incentives.
Hey, you know the person that's enjoying this, though.
We couldn't throw in a little something.
You know the person that has the party
instead
right
of a
now.
2-year deal,
on,
make it a
man.
1-year deal.
Come on, man. It's one person in Pittsburgh right now that's enjoying this part, though.
Bud not coming here?
Yeah.
Let me think.
It's only to me. It's only one person, man.
Highsmith.
Yeah. It's like, bro, you don't touch my number. My value is still my value. You don't have any leverage right now to say why you don't pay me. Because if I leave, who is your replacement right now? You don't have that on the roster still. The longer that goes on without us having a legitimate person to say, hey, this is a first rounder. Hey, this is a guy that has done 10 plus. This is a guy. Alex Highsmith has leverage. So for Highsmith, this is a great move. For Highsmith, you don't say anything. You just let that ride. You be like, yep. Hey, bud, I'm going to like your picture. Thank you. Hey, you deserve the bag. I'm going to share it on my story. Good work.
Good choice, bud.
You know what I'm saying? Excellent move.
Going home.
There's no place like home.
Yeah, nothing like home, bud, huh?
I'm telling you, bro. If you Highsmith, that's what you're saying right now. You like, thank you, bro. All y'all talking this Bud noise is cool. Yeah, it helps the team, but that hurts my bag. Now my bag stays my bag right now, man. Thank you, Bud. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely right.
Absolutely, man.